diabetes.
Did I stutter?
Go!
All week long.
Order in Z Court. Department 3 went black and ain't coming back.
They gone, Creed.
Over here to
Craziness.
the church here. Yeah, I was just telling Mikey, man, we have had thunderstorms like crazy since like 11 o'clock last night. So if I go in and out or if there's any Creed frames, it's not my fault today. Just so you know. Just FYI. But anyway.
So you're saying it's God's fault.
That's right. It is, and or it would be the Lord's fault. We got a case. Going to jump around a few different things. I have no idea what's happening here, but while we're here, let's check in with the church that I guess is a court.
Hopefully we'll be able to hear this time. Last time we were here, couldn't hear very well.
Yeah, last time it was very low. Oh, great audio.
Thanks, Phil.
Home run as always.
All right, random email first test 45 days.
You said Hello,
They won't do any good for me to do it there, right?
Well, we'll find
yeah,
something.
but I got to take a test.
All right.
25 days.
Going on over, and we'll see some Mormons of beautiful Knox County, Creed.
Like that.
We'll get to play our favorite game.
What's your name, man?
Rachel Reese.
What did she do, Creed? She seems like a nice lady, but
she's probably off sugar, carbs, dairy, caffeine, and beat somebody up. That's going to be my guess. Listen, if you ask me any of these for like the next, I'm going to say this whole entire week, I'm just going to say DV because that's what happens over the holidays.
You might be right because this lady seems older. She wouldn't be your typical drug person, but I could be wrong because I've been wrong before. Carol, Angela.
Yeah,
Ms. Reese, you've been charged with domestic assault and a misdemeanor.
Ah, there it is.
I'm not asking whether you agree
There
with that charge,
it
but you
is.
understand what you've been charged with.
She got her
Thank
red
you,
shirt
sir.
on like
I
us.
need to
Creed.
go over your rights.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
right to remain
red
silent.
baby.
No one can
Right.
force you to say anything about the charge. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you, and you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on the charge where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether or not there's
Mandy.
cause for the charge to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? And do you
She
swear
does
that
have
the
like
answers
a
given in your affidavit are true?
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
hair thing going on.
Oh, a very bad receding
Am I
hairline.
reading this correctly? Is that $7,500 each month?
Yes, sir.
And
Did he just say 7,500 a month?
She got it.
I mean, she might be balding, but she's looking for a young buck. I know where she can find one.
how long have you lived in Knoxville?
7,500 each month? No, that was wrong. Sorry. It's 80,000. So whatever, that worked out.
That's
80,000 a
pretty
month? Oh,
I'm guessing a year, but you know.
That's even like better, right? I don't know. Math.
Close.
It's right
Leather
at the
lashes. Hello.
Leather
You
and
do
lashes.
math.
How are you? That's a lot of. It's a lot of change.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, 7,500 months, right? Yes.
80,000
90.
annually.
Yeah, I got a bonus last year. So yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
Congrats.
80,000 annually.
Are you single?
How long have you
Yes,
lived in
fine.
Knoxville?
3 years, 3.5 almost.
Okay.
I'll overlook that bald spot. She don't let you hit that hard.
You're saying you'd take a beating for.
Are you planning to retain an attorney?
90K a year.
Yes.
I got that great stand-up game, Creed. I ain't worried.
I mean,
That's good money, man. Single lady, all the single lady. Sweet tea.
46-year-old pool boy.
Sweet tea, are you around? I mean, she just needs a good person in her life.
Somebody to keep her straight, you know.
She's a little old to be getting bonuses too. I mean, I'm not being ageist. I'm probably younger. She's probably younger than me, but
Beams.
I mean, at the same time, that's good monies.
Ah,
Yeah.
sweet, beautiful sounds. The printer there in Knox County.
Get that
The bail
Dolly
is set
Parton
at
remake on there?
$3,000, subject to the following conditions related to the alleged victim, Thomas Gomiela. You are prohibited from committing or threatening to commit the offense set forth in the arrest warrant against the alleged victim or any household member. You are prohibited from harassing, annoying, telephoning, contacting, or otherwise communicating with the alleged victim, either directly or indirectly. That would include, but not be limited to, telephoning, emailing, texting, speaking to, or using a third party to contact the alleged victim. Lastly, you must vacate and stay away from the home of the alleged victim and any other location where the alleged victim is likely to be.
Mhm.
Those remain in place
Okay.
until they are modified by the court.
Not much of a
I'm
talker.
going to
is she?
indicate that you're planning to hire
I like
an
that.
attorney. Initially,
Look, all you got to do, T, I understand. You're not happy with the aesthetic, but you just write $80,000 on her back.
Right?
And
Guy with two names. I'd say a Tennessee 80K is basically like making $1 million.
yeah, a half mil up to $1 million in California, I would guess.
That's
I
what was
mean,
thinking.
cost of living there's got to be very minimal.
your
Hello,
case will be set
Pamela!
this Thursday the 5th in misdemeanor court for a bond hearing. But if you make bond before then, that's fine. They'll give you a new court date that will be out several weeks.
And can I do that from my own funds or do I have to get a bit? I could do it while I'm here
Wow, you got
with like a
something-
credit
If
card
you're-
or anything that I have.
I don't know the process exactly, but
She ready to slap it on a card while she's there, Creed. I mean,
Yeah, why not?
$3,000. Hell, why not?
I do
By
know
the
that
way,
you can-
don't they usually just take like? Do they even take cards? Sometimes there's like just weird
I
rules.
think it's
when it comes
cash
to-
usually.
Yeah.
You got to bring in that cash. That's why a bail bondsman's always the best way to go.
Right.
They'll take your card.
either speak with a bondsman or if you have the funds available, make the bond yourself.
But it's in my, if it's on my debit card. Okay, sorry, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Carol
you're-
pulling down fan of the year.
I've indicated you're hiring an attorney. I've set your case for this Thursday for a bond hearing. Good luck to you.
I have to have the bond hearings this Thursday.
If you are not able to bond out before then, you'll be in court in front of the judge Thursday. If you bond out before then, they will give
Wow.
you a new court date that will be out. several
Wow.
weeks.
I see. Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's
Wow.
all right, I'll need some-
T coming in with the hard facts.
She was basically the
battle-
most normal person
Right.
we've seen in a long time. Good for
You
her.
have the following.
She just got pissed off, Creed. Real quick before they read that. What did she do? Get your guesses in, Creed. Are you going to stick with DV? I mean,
I am, but I mean, I would add in that she resisting arrest.
this lady is far more menacing than the last lady.
I can tell. I mean, she already wants to beat up the camera. I mean, I feel as if she's trying to beat me up, but she hasn't even said a word. She's just looking away.
Oh yeah, in some parts of the country, 80,000 won't even get you anything.
Right.
Hey,
You
easy, but
You guys would be surprised what you can live on fairly decently in South or North Carolina.
Two charges: driving on a suspended license, a B misdemeanor; possession of drug paraphernalia, A misdemeanor; expired registration, C misdemeanor; and failure to show proof of insurance, a C misdemeanor.
Oh, she's
I'm not
killing
asking
it.
whether you agree with the
Yeah.
charges, but do you understand what you've been charged with?
I think we were all wrong.
All wrong.
Yeah.
I need to go over
Oh.
your rights. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about these charges.
She
If you give
having
up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you.
Will her bond be higher than the $3,000 for the last lady? Some of these I
mean,
feel like
just-
are ORable, perhaps.
Keep that paused for just a second. She just walked
Hey
up with
now.
a license. She just walked up with a license plate. So I'm wondering.
So let's take a look at when
Oh, it's really low.
Oh, it's so low.
ticket
And she just walked up with a license plate, though, and they're kind of talking, and then she handed over her license plate. Oh, that's too bad. There's just zero volume.
And we're not going to try and hear it at all.
No,
So,
there's not even a that's a shame. I haven't seen that yet, so that was interesting. All right, and
you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on the charges where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there is probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
I got an attorney already.
That you've hired or is representing you on other charges?
Representing me on my last charge. I'm already.
Whoa, easy with the boob scratching.
Oh, get in there, good. That's where she holds her money, Mikey. That's why she's just checking for her money.
Checking her balance.
He got pending case. That's the reason why he said charged me with another paraphernalia. I didn't even have paraphernalia on me.
Paraphernalia. It's 2 words. Paraphernalia.
Perfect.
Oh, right.
Nailed it.
She is not happy. Will it be higher than $3,000?
Like the public defender's office, Chelsea Harris is representing you on your other charge.
Yes.
Chelsea knows best. She's ready to fight.
Oh, I don't know. Some courts are that way, like the one we were just watching with the no audio. Licking is kind of sort of like that with Stansbury. Anyways, he brings them all the way up. Do you ever notice that Judge George says?
Judge George makes him sit way over yonder. Yeah, I'm not a huge George fan.
Oh
Just
no,
not.
I miss our Stansbury for sure.
If I had my choice, it's Stansbury every day.
All the way. That's who I would.
Looks like there's a hold from another county.
Yeah.
She got a hold, huh?
Can you
Got a
raise your
hold.
hand for me, please? You swear
She
from
got a hold on you.
affidavit or true.
Yes.
How long have you lived in Knoxville?
I'm alive.
Yeah, but
Life.
like to a judge. Like I understand that, but you take him to the DMV.
Maybe they told her bring them tags to court with you because we're taking it from you, baby.
For tax. Oh my God, what an absolutely beautiful day today is. It's a lucky day. We have the sex bots are in the house. Welcome.
Boo.
Bail's gonna be set at $500. You'll be on the paraphernalia charge. You'll be ROR'd on the other charge. I'm setting all your cases for this Thursday, the 5th, in misdemeanor court for a bond hearing. And I'm going to appoint the Knox County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Fired up.
The administrative fee.
So all the other charges is ROR. Only one I got is paraphernalia.
The only one that has a bond on it.
Okay, even though it wasn't on me.
This is not. I can't.
We're not discussing the details of the case.
Whether on
Just like we're not discussing the size of Carol's penis.
Because I'm not going to be able to make bond because I got to make a bond up in Union County.
You'll be in court Thursday morning.
Did he really?
The judge may modify your bond at that
Well,
time.
we'll see.
Okay, so
That's
if
true.
Union County come and pick me up before then?
We can listen to him whisper in the microphone.
They can't until I release from here. Okay.
So her bond was
you.
actually lower than the other ladies.
Yeah, how about that? If I'm not mistaken, this I think was on earlier and it was moving pretty slow. And,
Is he moving at all?
Are you okay, Judge Middleton?
Do I need to call someone? Let me clear my throat.
Oh, hey, look at this. With
Right,
the Cash App right in there,
it's
too.
one-
Creed's best friends, the
Go
sex
back on the
bots.
record.
I don't know what's best, sex bots or Miss Divine
We-
here begging.
We're engaged in some additional examination of zoning officer Coolman. I didn't know if either party had any additional questions for Mr. Coolman or ready to move on to our next witness.
Oh
It's
yeah,
cool,
it's a
man.
long. It's a long one. So yeah.
I don't have any. All right.
Yeah, I was watching a
Let's
bit of
see
this
who does call
earlier.
next.
Anything good about it?
I'd like to call Ron Belair, please.
I was so in and out, and so was the power that I didn't watch a whole lot of it. I just kind of on in the background as I was running around. I freak out when the power goes out, you guys. I'm not even
swear or
kidding.
affirm that any testimony
It's
you're
bad.
about
Like
to
I was
give
telling
is-
Mikey, like at between 4 and 5 this morning, our power went out. I'm sound asleep. I had a great sleep going, but and it's quiet as can be in the house. The power goes out, and I instantly wake up. It's just too quiet. But we've had thunderstorms like crazy, man. It's been nuts. Marky. Hope everybody's doing all right. Don't forget today, Wild Worman Wednesday. Did I get the day right?
Correct.
Felony. I'm not asking whether you agree with the charges, but you understand what you've been charged with.
Yes, sir.
Need to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about the charges. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you.
Hey, beautiful hair.
Represent
Yeah,
you.
he did.
If you cannot afford one, I can appoint
Yeah, I
one to
thought
represent
so.
you.
Yeah,
And you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on these charges where a
Those
judge
long
will
ones
listen
are
to
tough, you
evidence and determine whether there is probable cause for the charges to
Looks
be
like he was.
prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
The
Can you
old
raise
one
your
we
right
did.
hand for me, please, and you swear from the answers you gave on this
There a new
affidavit
one?
are true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you put your hand
That
down.
was
How
just
long
for
you
you.
lived in Knoxville?
All my life. I left in 2020 for like a year and came back. I got, went and got clean, got myself
Got a
together.
sexy voice, right, ladies?
Somewhat. And can I ask you about the VOP, sir?
What?
That's, I think, out of criminal court, but I can find that out for you. Hang on just a second.
VOP.
Well, what's going on with that, sir, is
Violation of probation?
I've been trying to get this straightened out with the courts for like 3 years, and all I've been asking them to do is just add my prison time and my county time, and they'll see that my VOP is over. That I've flattened all my time, sir. I mean, every bit of it.
There's nothing I can do about that.
He's not happy about that.
What kind of paint did this guy smoke as a kid? Oh, they sure do. I'll be out on the porch like late night, and they'll be on.
All hours, really no set schedule,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. It
I'm-
doesn't seem like one.
I'm thinking
I've
that
only
this
really been in trouble like once my whole life, and
this area is a lot bigger than we think right here, as far as how many inmates they have in here.
Yeah, Judge Marable has been gone. I mean, they still run Goggins, Judge Goggins, unless Marable has told them to cut the cameras off.
We have Living Lashes that, and him driving around in his so some great Judge Marable videos out there. Yeah, I miss it.
Him driving around and campaigning for himself, literally, like the Blues Brothers.
Yes,
trying to get you to show up for the Rhythm and Blues review is just fantastic.
Good afternoon. I'm District Judge Herman Marable from 67th District Court here in Flint.
You ever watch Cops, bud? By the way, you sit down to
Your bail on each of the charges is $20,000, so your total bill is $40,000 on the new charges. Your release is subject to the following conditions regarding the alleged victim, Andy Claybo. You are prohibited from committing or threatening to commit the offenses set forth in the arrest warrants against the alleged victim or any household member. You are prohibited from harassing, annoying, telephoning, contacting, or otherwise communicating with the alleged victim, either directly or indirectly. That would include, but not be limited to, telephoning, emailing, texting, speaking to, or using a third party to contact the alleged victim. You must vacate and stay away from the home of the alleged victim and any other location where the alleged victim is likely to be. You're prohibited from using or possessing a firearm while the case is pending, and you are required to wear a GPS monitoring device while you're if you are out on bail on these charges. And I'll see if I can find out anything more about your.
I was going to ask, so you sit down to have a beer with this guy. What's the first thing that he talks about?
Oh, how much he hates his mother.
All right. I was gonna say, man, that new Metallica album
Just
is
that VOP
fantastic.
hanging over my head. None of this
Oh, no,
assault,
not
none of
this
this
guy.
kidnapping, none of that would have never happened.
You left Firehouse back in the
That's-
day.
It's all
Still looking for that love
doesn't
of a
matter.
lifetime, Creed.
Let's come back to him real quick. I want to jump over
They got me
to
up there on that land.
Tammy
and they-
Rogers' personal meeting room, and we'll come back to him. I just wanted to see.
Hey, it's Tammy.
Smakovich, we are on the record in case number 21-6097 SM. You're appearing for a bench warrant arraignment on a failure to appear for your sentencing. Ms. Mistely is the defense attorney available for arraignments this afternoon, and she's not yet had an opportunity to speak with you. So I'm going to ask to put you and Ms. Mistely in a breakout room. It's a place where you can have a private conversation with her before we.
We'll come back. It looks like some interesting characters over there.
No, not a breakout
We're
room.
going
That's
into a breakout room.
don't need no privacy.
We have a great luck over here today.
Creed, that's why. Sometimes we don't watch live court. We watch
Hello, Donna.
semi-live court. Just semi. Donna, where's
Looks
Bob?
like Kit Rogers was representing you previously. He's no longer on the appointed attorney list.
Kit
I'm gonna
Rogers,
appoint Attorney Clinton Frazier
he used to
represent you.
represent you, but
Waiving the
someone murdered
administrative
him a
fee.
couple nights ago, and so he's not
Yeah.
around anymore. Gotta get you somebody new, bud. Faster Pussycat, yeah.
These cases we'll set these on 2 days.
Loves
from now,
LA
this
guns.
Friday the 6th in felony court. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
He's like, hey man, put on some of that damn there Faster Pussycat. Oh my God, they rock, man. I'm telling you.
What is your name, sir?
Trickster.
David Schubert.
Yeah.
I love Trickster.
Your attorney, but that's everything. Let's do your attorney, but now.
David, you ever heard of Danger Danger? Man, they had a song called Naughty Naughty. Ain't that ironic? David looks like he may be a creative character for Madden. His face looks like
There's a lot going on.
an AI face. He's got an AI look.
Awfully tired. He didn't get a very good night's sleep, I think.
I was asking him to go.
He's very tired, sleepy.
Moving around a lot.
I hope the judge,
Oh,
excuse
God.
me, understands that he's tired. We need to move this along.
Sentence him to a
Mr.
nap.
Schubert,
Yes, sir.
you have 2 attachments from prior charges. One was for possession of drug paraphernalia as a $500 bail on that one. The other was for a theft over $2,500 but less than $10,000 in value. $2,000 bail on that, so your total bail is $2,500. I'm not asking whether you agree with the charges, but do you understand what you've been charged with? You need to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about these matters. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you. And you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on the charges where a judge
See
will
that?
listen to evidence and determine whether there's probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear from the
God, I
answers you
hope
gave
so,
on your
Cal.
affidavit are true?
Sure what it is.
Thanks, sir. You put your hand in.
I can't tell what it is. I'm trying to figure it out though.
I've got a question.
And we got
Hang on
answers.
just 1 second.
Oh, hi there, Monetary Monorail. Good to see you too, bud.
Oh, so
By the way, the last guy, first thing he says to you at the bar, Creed, is, man, I was at the show where Great White set that club on fire. I was right up front, man. I was just like, wow, this is going to be the best show ever. Next thing you know, the whole place is an inferno.
I think that a silo or a hamburger would be just fine.
I'm appointed in Knox County Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'm
It's a
waiving the
lighthouse.
administrative fee.
Kate
Cases will be
Harris.
set this Friday, the 6th, in felony court.
Okay.
You said you had a question?
You think I'll be out Friday?
That's something you'll need to talk to your attorney
I got a
about.
Tinder date and I don't want to miss it.
Good luck to you.
Got lots to do, including some touch-up work on my
Give you paper next.
on my elbow. Jim, thank you. The one and only on the monetary monorail.
You know what they call that, Jim? Slump buster.
What's your name, sir?
Jordan Stafford.
Wearing a mask properly. That's always good. We're only a couple years into this.
He's got it.
Mr. Stafford, you've been charged with theft of a firearm. That is an E felony. I'm not asking whether you agree with the charge, but do you understand what you've been charged with? You need to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent. No one can.
Theft of a firearm. What do you think he used in the theft of that firearm? One of these. How'd he get it? I mean, do you give somebody the firearm? They take it from their hand, breaking, because you got to break into somewhere, right? Why no breaking and entering?
Oh, that's a good point.
Just theft of a firearm. I need more.
Force you to say anything about this matter. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you. And you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on the charge where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there is probable cause for the charge to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear from the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
Kind of wild.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Yes.
He's got about as much stuff in that pocket as our
How
boy
much do
Roger
you
does.
make per week or per month?
His whole life is in.
And how many hours do you work a week?
Who?
Between 50 and 60.
Yeah, my man.
Look at you.
Good for
Overtime.
you. Good for you.
Just
So he's
because of
got
that,
plenty of money.
I'd give him a free lawyer just because of that.
I mean, he's not wasting his money on haircuts.
So you get paid around 800 every week?
Yeah, between 6 and 800, yeah. Just depending how the hours go.
I understand. I'll just put it over.
I mean, I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
For 60 hours, though, that's not, I don't.
He's got a
I don't
job,
How long
man.
you lived in Knoxville?
All my life.
I've got to do this math. Hold on.
Oh, Courtney, I hope
Divided
get that
by-
internet. God, I couldn't imagine.
I apologize in advance. Well, I mean, that's $13 an hour. That's 60 hours a week.
Now, we don't know if he's talking take home or if that's net pay. You know what I mean?
Oh, we got to talk take home.
Yeah.
So maybe more. You're looking at maybe $15, $16 an hour for this dude. Single guy, ready to mingle.
Hey, it is. I got to say, today we have a pretty good run on people with jobs and that are making money. I mean, we can go days without seeing somebody.
Days. You're talking weeks sometimes.
Right?
Not
People
a
don't
single
have-
job in the whole jailhouse.
Right.
And not.
What's that guy swinging back there? What's that big black thing he's swinging?
The guy sitting down?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Maybe it's best we didn't.
I don't think they allow the things that my mind instantly goes to.
By the way, our friend in 102 is there doing hand gestures, I think.
Oh, I do see it. It looks like he's just leaning up against the.
Yeah, he keeps
Your bail
moving
is
his
set at
hand.
$1,000 with a condition you have no contact with the alleged victim, Andrew Wallace.
So he
Appointing
stole it
Knox
from.
County- I'm sorry, I'm
Poor
actually
Andrew.
appointing, it's like Attorney
Andrew?
Bailey Hornet previously represented you. Appointing her to represent you on the new charge will be, because you do have income, there will be a $200 administrative fee assessed. That's due by the 18th, but if you cannot pay it by then, don't worry, they'll add it to the court costs.
What's not in his shirt?
Case will be set initially this Friday, the 6th, in felony court for a bond hearing. If you make bond before then, they'll give you a new court date that'll be out a few weeks. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Busy day. Look at this
Oh, boy.
guy.
Okay.
Bad mother effer. Have we not seen this guy before?
Well, the
He
mark looks
yeah,
familiar.
he looks so familiar.
I'm pretty sure we have. He looks really familiar.
He has to be a return customer because this was just from like earlier on today. He's got to be a return customer. I swear he is.
What's your
I
name,
remember.
sir?
Yoder.
Yoder. Yes, it's Yoder. Yep. Yoder's back. Yoder.
You have, let's see, first of all, you have an attachment from warrant at 1456223, which was a violation of a order of protection or restraining order. The bond is denied on that attachment. And you have 3 new charges.
Is that a wang on his arm right there?
If you look at it real quick, it is. I don't know what.
He's got this zigzag guy on his other arm. I think he likes the drugs.
He might. I mean, he looks like he's feeling good right there, like just after shooting up at this moment.
Yeah, the restraining order they're talking about is pretty sure that is the one that they gave him while he was in here the last time. Told him to stay away from this here. I believe it was a woman, an
That
ex-girlfriend.
sounds about right. Hey, Mikey, here's 5. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate
5
you.
big ones. Thank you, thank you.
All of which are violation of a protective order. Each of those are A, misdemeanors. I'm not asking whether you agree with the charges, but you understand.
Hey,
what the charge
Daddy.
was.
Hi, Daddy.
Attachment? No, because I was released, being the one that I got the order protection on. We had a court date. I got released. And
I want to look it up.
he came to court the next day, and we didn't have a court date the next day. The next thing I know, I had attachment. I didn't have attachment when I got released from court that day.
I'm not asking whether you agree with it. I'm just making sure you're aware of what's been alleged.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah.
He was very
It's
argumentative last
alleged
time.
that you violated one of your conditions of release or order of protection.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
I
have
understand.
Your right, you have the right to remain silent. No one can force
Yeah, I
you to
ain't
say anything
no
about these
dummy.
charges. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you if you cannot afford one. I can appoint one to represent you, and you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on these charges where a judge will listen to evidence and determine whether there's enough evidence for these charges to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights? Can you raise your right hand for me, please? And do you swear firm the answers you gave on your affidavit are true? Thank you. How long have you lived in Knoxville?
I'm allowed.
Good.
He's an angry dude. He was so pissed
And I
last
think
time.
that's what I was going to tell you about yesterday.
And
too,
he
but,
seems
you know,
to not be calmed down any. Look at the flaring of the nostrils, the posturing of the head.
You
know, I'm no expert, Creed, but
ready to fight.
I think this man would fight at any given moment. I think the next time we see him, it could be for murder charges.
I think that he'd fight anything too, even like a telephone pole.
Oh God, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Inanimate objects.
Yeah.
The dead, paranormal, demon, you name it. He's fighting them all. I love this guy. Oop, getting the table ready for the next customer. Sanitize for your safety.
That's right. Keeping her clean around there and sterile.
Unbreakable Tupperware. Look at that face. He just has a disdain for the justice system.
Thank you.
Hi, Debbie.
Debbie.
Oh, he's falling asleep standing up. Jesus. Wake him up.
Maybe he's meditating. Maybe he's got into transcendental meditation.
Yes, Robin. And Howard. They used to talk about that a lot.
I'm in my happy place. I'm on a beach. I'm fighting a light pole. I'm in my happy place. Hey, Creed left. No one saw that come. If you had your bets on 34 minutes and 50 seconds, mark that as a win on your bingo card. Man, he's just so menacing. I bet he has a rep sheet.
Just wait for your paperwork to print out.
A mile long. He's just got a tough stance on us. Top tier tough. By the way, Wild Woman Wednesday, 4:05. Make sure you're there for that. And if you haven't already subscribed to We Got a Case on YouTube, it's got its own channel. We Got a Case. Eventually, all the cases will be heard over there. So if you'd like to go ahead and subscribe now and help us get to 1,000 subscribers there, you'd be one step ahead of the game. Silent cougher. Isn't this the guy who beat up Ralphie and his brother? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, he's seen better days.
Your bail
Definitely.
on each of the new charges is $5,000 each. So it's only 15. Of course, you're gonna need to wait till your denied bond is addressed before trying to make bond. Your release is subject to the following conditions regarding the alleged victim, Carrie Weaver. You're prohibited from committing or threatening to commit the offenses set forth in these arrest warrants against the alleged victim or any other household member. Prohibited from harassing, annoying, telephoning, contacting, or otherwise communicating with the alleged victim, either directly or indirectly. That would include, but not be limited to, telephoning, emailing, texting, speaking to, or using a third party to contact the alleged victim. Lastly, you must vacate and stay away from the home of the alleged victim and any other location where the alleged victim is likely to be. I'm appointing the Knox County Public Defender's Office to represent you, waiving the administrative fee because they were already representing you
Agreed,
on the previous
Captain.
charge. And your case will be
Agreed.
set this Friday, the 6th.
Good to see
in
ya.
Misdemeanor court. Good luck to you, sir.
Out there in Corpus Christi. That guy was a very,
I appreciate it, sir.
very pleasant. Since Creed's not here, we're going to look at his with no audio. This is one of the benefits of Creed being gone is we get to look at his video with zero audio, which is always a good time. Always a lot of fun. We're going to also get ready to jump back to a young man who is over in Knox County. He looks like he's had a bad day, maybe a bad night. Let's be the judge of that, shall we? Let us be the judge.
That means no one can force you to make a statement. If you make any voluntary statements, they can be used against you in court by the district attorney.
Did I draw this guy? I mean, I feel like I've drawn this guy, like not on a board, but I made him. Like he was crafted by my pen. I feel like it could be. We'll wait for Creed. We'll ask him what he thinks. Garfield, good to see you.
Is that a huge knot like right here?
That is a knot, and it's not just like up where the mark is. It starts here betwixt his eyes and then goes up like a peninsula.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he was in a fight.
You think he was out there, as Ludacris would say, disturbing the peace?
Sounds about
You have a
right.
right to an attorney. You cannot afford one, I can appoint one for you. And you have a right to a hearing. At this hearing, you can present evidence and testimony from any witnesses and question anything the government presents against you. Do you understand those rights? All right. The state of Tennessee has charged you with 2 aggravated assaults. They are Class C felonies if convicted.
Checks out.
And a aggravated robbery. It's a Class B felony if convicted. Do you have any questions about those charges?
I feel like maybe he picked the wrong people to assault and try and rob, because
Yeah.
Man,
He didn't think that one through. I don't think.
he did.
Any questions about those charges?
Go ahead.
No question. Okay.
He's got a brain injury. He don't know what's going on.
Yeah, right. He doesn't even know where
He's
he's
so
at.
concussed at the moment.
All right, you requested an attorney today. Let me get you sworn in. Please raise your
wind
right hand.
really
You
picking up here,
swear
by the
or
way.
affirm the information of this affidavit concerning your assets and income that you filled out and signed is true and correct?
True.
Okay.
True.
You can put your hand down.
Not yes, Creed. True.
You work anywhere?
Yes, sir.
How long have you worked at your current job?
For a couple years.
Wow. Must not pay too well, though. If he's busy robbing folk and assaulting them.
How much do you make a week?
400 to 500 a week.
Cash under the table.
What's he
Do
squinting
you
at?
live in Knox County?
Yes, sir.
Yes, he did.
How long have you lived here?
Since my whole life.
Since my whole life.
How
Well
long?
put.
My whole life.
Whole life, okay. You have family that live here?
Yes, sir.
I thought he might have needed an interpreter too, but I don't think so now.
He needs an interpreter, all right.
Needs some glasses.
That's all known as a doctor.
Do you own any property such as a car, motorcycle, pickup truck, house, or land?
Yes, sir.
Well, Nancy, congratulations. Let us know if it's a boy or a girl. Jokes, we got him. He is in for assault 2 times.
He didn't do it very well, though, I think. He got it all wrong.
Hey, Eric. Yeah.
I'm basing your affidavit and statements. I find you qualified for an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender to your case.
Does he know what an attorney is at this
I'm going
point?
to assess a $200 administrative fee payable to the General Sessions Court clerk in the next 14 days. That'd be by January 18th. You set your court date on 1/6.
2 shows a night. Early
Felony
show, late
court.
show.
So if you cannot make bond, you can request a reduction in bond that day. If you do make bond,
2 drink minimum.
the jail will give you a new court date. Do you have any questions about your attorney?
Does he
or
wear
court date?
glasses?
He must.
I might get a bond during my court date.
Yes, I'm going to give you a bond right now. If you can make it tonight, if you can. If you can't make it by the
Why is he stink eyeing? I mean, he keeps stink eyeing. I don't know. I really think he needs a doctor.
6th of this week, you'll go to court that day.
The 6th. 2 days, bud.
I'll tell you one moment. I was just making sure you understood your appointment of the attorney and court date.
Hello, Alan.
Alan.
All right, give me one moment.
Yeah, he had to get rocked pretty hard on his head there. I mean, I understand eyes black pretty easy, but that knot on his head, that
Not just that one. If that one that's on the over here on here left hand side, his left hand side, it's so bad in the corner. It's completely blood in that corner of the eye over there, where he keeps squinting. He's got blood in his eye.
Oh, easily. No doubt. But I would imagine they checked him out before he came in, I would think.
Or they did that. Do you need an ambulance? And he's like, huh?
No, I'm
Nah,
good.
I'm good. He doesn't
All
know.
right, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
He's about to fall over dead. Great.
Okay, if you do make bond, you are not to have any contact with the victim or witness. The victim being Li Zong and Zhang Bogatru. You understand that condition?
Yes, sir, I understand.
It's never a good idea to try and take on 2 people at once when you obviously are in condition to take on one person.
I was really hoping that it was 2 women's names, but
Why is there 16 of you? He's got the vision of a spider at this point.
Did you see? Even when he was looking far away, like up often in the distance, he even squinted.
Each aggravated assault will be $15,000.
Whoo! That's 30 right off the bat.
That's 30K.
Coming in hot. Hope you like it here.
And the aggravated robbery will be $25,000.
Oh, well,
$55,000
You'll be staying for $1,000,
Creed.
Yeah, he didn't size up the people he was trying to rob. There's no doubt about that.
Holy mackerel!
Any questions about the bonds?
How much would that be?
Math,
right?
Not a great thing to try and do during a concussed moment.
Total will be $55,000.
5,000.
55,000.
55.
All right. Any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck.
How many zeros is that?
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Oh, he almost walked into the camera. He literally.
All I got.
All right.
Yep. Hold on. Watch him. Whoop.
Whoop. Whoop.
Whoop.
That's all I got.
All right.
Yep. That's all I got, Creed.
All right, let me go over your rights with you.
Where's-
You have the right to
you
remain
have
silent.
nothing?
That means no one can force you to make a statement.
Why is that?
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
I kept looking at the other person. I was
I
wondering
said,
why I
hold
had 5
up.
charges and it didn't make sense.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
We got a new Miss Sapp, and her name is Ashley.
Yeah, we've seen Ashley a couple times, but she was still cutting her teeth. She looks like she's a veteran at this point.
Sapp's busy pounding some afternoon drinky poos.
She was never the same after being scolded.
Great to see things are moving quickly over here as well. Killing it today.
They always do.
I might as well not even be here. The last dude, 2 assaults and a robbery, $55K.
Didn't go too well. Just didn't go as he had hoped. Which is always a tough thing to handle.
I think he should have been.
Yeah,
He
we
did. He
seen
almost went straight into that right in front of him. You're not kidding.
Yeah, he nearly fell completely forward.
I'm bad at that.
Oh, she's probably 57 years old.
Moving along at a steady pace. Yeah, Wild Woman Wednesday today, 4:05 East on We Got a Chase. Damn, we
say
flying by already.
Wild Wormans, Creed? Is that what you just said?
Wormans. Wow, you got
While
some
we're
more
waiting on them to learn how to talk, we'll get some more wild Wormans over here. Why not?
Mr. Jerry, you have a charge of public intoxication, a C misdemeanor. I'm not asking whether you agree with the charge, but do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
I need to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to
Gotta
say
love a
anything
girl
about the
that doesn't
charge. If
mind
you give
getting
up that right. Anything
destroyed
you
in
do say
public.
may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you if you cannot afford one. I can appoint
We
one to
did,
represent
Chelsea.
you.
It doesn't come up on
You
our
have the right to have
screen.
a preliminary
That's why you guys
charge
always got to
for a charge
remind us.
of evidence. That's
17 months, Margaret. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know why it
You
doesn't come up
understand
on
those
our screen. So
I think
Yes,
because
sir.
it's
Can you raise
it's
your right hand for me,
basically
please?
it's a special thing that they
Yeah.
can hit to share it, and when it does, it comes in a green bubble that we can't even see the message they write
exactly.
because it'll have their anniversary and it'll have a message, and we can't even see the message.
I don't know why it's like that. Oh,
Margaret could have been like telling us she wanted to send us $1 million in the mail, and we just missed it.
even
I
know.
swear from the answer you gave on your affidavit is true.
I do.
Yep, Archer. And how long have you lived in Knoxville?
My whole life.
25 years.
Is that her whole life, you think? 25 years, Creed? Or half her life? 25 years.
She's only 25.
Nah,
No
she's
way.
been there 25. But Knox County does age you. I
Because
mean,
you've had recent charges, you don't qualify for pretrial release.
oh
Your
no.
bail will be set at $250.
Oh no.
You'll hang on one second. I'll make sure you have an attorney and we'll set your court date.
That's $25, Creed. Margaret, thank you.
It would appear possibly no. I could be
No, they do not allow women bras. I think they give them possibly something sort of like a undergarment, but nothing like a bra. No, that's why a lot of times you'll see the women's with their arms just crossed.
Why, you saying it's cold in there?
I'm appointing
they're trying to
attorney
hide their
Mitchell Harper
boobs.
to represent you. I'm waiving the administrative fee because you already been assessed that.
Well, that's nice of him.
Thanks for waiving the fee that have been higher
Okay,
than
so
the
we set
bond.
initially for this Wednesday, the 4th of
That's the
January
day.
4th in misdemeanor court.
That's the day.
If you are able to bond out before then, they'll give you a new court date. That'll be out in a few weeks. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Did they really say she was 25?
They
Or did you
said,
make that up?
she said she lived there her whole life. Golly, it's getting windy. I might lose power. Creed, what did she do, you think?
You know my
she's got a look.
It's got to look like she could have beat that guy up that we saw earlier.
I'm willing to roll the dice that she is in for drunk driving. I'm going to go with drunk driving. Get your guesses in. Because this guy likes to read the charge right away.
Yes, he does. He is pretty quick, which I love.
No pussyfooting around.
What is your name?
Martin.
Oh, I see your teeth. Never mind. Meth. I done methed up and said drunk driving. I'm going to have to, when I start doing my guesses, I'm going to have to see their teeth like a horse.
Yes. There's three things I need to see. Your teeth?
Let me see your teeth. Get me. Whip them out. Let's see them teeth.
Whip them
She's
out
got-
Wednesday.
Yeah, she's got a hot female Drew Carey look.
Apparently, big storm here on the East Coast, too. It's just been nonstop.
I didn't know we were going to have this kind of weather.
It's
Heavy
just so-
rain soon, it says.
It's just so weird in January to have thunderstorms. And it's like 65
You have two
degrees
more.
out.
One is for simple possession of methamphetamine.
Ah!
And the other is for just another simple possession charge.
Simple.
Both of those are A misdemeanors. I'm not asking whether you agree with the charges, but do you understand what you're being charged with? And you
What makes it a simple misdemeanor?
Chris DeBarge.
have been released to pretrial supervision
I
on
thought
these.
so.
So it looks like there's another matter that's holding you.
Child support.
Okay.
Child support. Oh my God. You know she's on the meth bad. If she's paying child support. it's bad.
Edward, if it's anything like New York, whenever you have those days in the winter, there's lines for 15 miles at every single car wash.
And from what I can hear, Edward, I'm sending Al Gore to your house so you guys can discuss Man Bear Pig.
I do need to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about these charges. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you, and you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on these charges, where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there is probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted.
It's Sam Squam Tricky.
You understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear affirm the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
Yes, sir.
Child support.
Alan, listen, you want to talk fences?
You're
Okay, right
wrong. Let's not
Do you
even
have an
get
attorney
started.
on your child support matters?
Yes, sir.
The only reason I ask is if it was an attorney that also takes criminal cases, I was going to appoint the same attorney just to keep it all under one attorney.
Okay.
But I'm going to appoint the Knox County Public Defender's Office to
No, gee,
represent
that's
you.
good to hear.
I'm waiving the administrative
Finally.
fee.
Seriously. Glad to hear that.
Stranded.
Hello, Molly.
I'm pretty sure T has got enough material in her now to write a book. Billy, good to see you.
You're in Connecticut too. Must be nice and warm. There'll be people out in bikinis and such with that kind of weather in the winter.
Because you're not being held on these, we're going to go out a little ways, and hopefully you can get your child support matter settled. We're going to go to, we'll go to January the 31st in misdemeanor court.
She's not getting her child support squared away.
Because obviously
meth problem.
These aren't keeping you in custody. So as soon as you're able to get out on your child support matter, you'll be released on these as well.
Those things can go flying, man.
How much will it cost for me to actually get out on child support?
That's I don't know if it tells me right now. It looks like you have a previous with $1,000, but that's not my jurisdiction. So that's what is showing in the computer.
Might as well be 10,000.
They should be setting you a court date here soon. On your child support matter.
Okay.
$1,000 child support.
Otherwise, public defender's office will be your attorney on these charges, and your court date will be January 31st. Good luck to you.
Okay. Thank you.
She'll still be there. Don't you worry about that, because with a $1,000 child support bill, she might as well be there.
I'm going to jail.
I mean, she's not getting out.
Nice tattoo.
Nice tats.
She looks like she works at Circle K.
Rachel Plumber.
Circle K. What does she do, Creed? Are you going to say a little theftery? What you got? What's on the plate for her?
Again, I'm sticking with DV.
I messed up last time, but I'm going with DUI again. I feel like it's in the air.
Yeah, you don't see that as much as the other way around. I agree.
Yeah, you really don't. And that's a shame, because anybody that's had a youngin, take care of your youngins. Get that money to them. Even the great Mystical once said, I'm trying to get my child support soon.
We haven't had a Walmart theft yet.
Ooh, Edward, I like the way you're thinking.
You know, and we see that a lot. So
I like that. Oh, there is no prostitution. This lady's salt of the earth. Okay. You can tell us now. Go on.
And it got quiet. Oh, I like that one. Bad checks.
Bad checks.
It's a good one.
Does anywhere take checks anymore?
You have two charges: criminal impersonation, a B misdemeanor.
Oh, didn't get that one.
Arrest, also a B misdemeanor.
I didn't see that.
You've been ROR'd on both of those already, but obviously, looks like you also have a child support matter that's holding you.
Wow.
So as soon as you're able to get out on that, you'll.
You guys that say you don't see that very often.
Well,
how often do you see it back to back?
No kidding. And those charges are pretty rare. I like this.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
She went all out on that one. And again, both women are still stuck in jail because of child support, not because of the things they actually got arrested for.
Yeah.
But because they're in the rearages, Creed.
My man was here yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was. He was briefly ran through. I don't think he had any pants on.
Will be released on these as well. I need to, first of all, I'm not asking whether you agree with the charges, but do you understand what you've been charged with? I need to go over your rights as well. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about these matters. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you. And you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on these charges where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there's probable cause for the charge.
Or Ivan.
Do you understand those rights? Can you raise your right hand, please? And you swear from the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
Yes.
Thank you.
Job, Creed. I mean, she's behind in child support.
Yeah, doubtful.
I mean, they could garnish her wages if she was, well, just nice to admit you're a woman.
With the back-to-back, I'd almost imagine that makes sense.
I don't know, but they were in for other charges, though. You know, so it wasn't like
Oh, good point. Yeah,
they got. It's one of those deals like you pull somebody over with a tail light and you find out they got a warrant out of New York for a DWI, second offense. That's callback.
How much do you make per week or per month on average?
Per week, $3 per hour plus tips, so it just.
Oh, all right. And she threw me off there for a second. Yeah, so waitress. She's a waitress. All right.
$3 an hour sewing together
Again,
children's toys.
I'll never understand all that with the waitresses.
I work for Santa.
It just depends.
But what's an average month or every 2
Depends
weeks
if you got a bunch of Mikeys come in or a bunch of bishops.
I don't really know. They're all different. Sometimes it might be 200 per week, and then sometimes it might be 160 per week, or it depends on how many
You're
hours. 'cause
indigent.
my hours
Don't you
are
worry.
kind of different.
You're indigent, my love.
So from
Right now,
160 to 200 a week.
Something like that. Yeah. Right now, I'm only working like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday,
The hot times.
or half of Friday, half Saturday, and half Sunday.
What? Well, I really don't work anymore, Your Honor. I mean,
I work 9 to 10. Not 9 in the morning to 10, 9 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the morning.
I think she
Wow.
did just make something up loud. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, she's working less and less. No wonder we can't pay child support. How about you go to work every single day, open to close? I'm pretty sure it'll let you do it. You're a waitress. You're making $3 an hour. Or how about this? How about you find a new job?
Do you have an attorney already on your juvenile matters?
No, sir.
You need
I haven't
one.
seen a judge yet.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
Francis.
fine. The only reason I ask is
Francis?
because if you already had an attorney and it was one of the attorneys on my appointment list for criminal cases, I'd appoint the same attorney so that you'd have one
Might be
attorney.
doing more
handle
of it.
matters
She might
instead
work
of having to
more
deal with
than
two different attorneys is all.
3 days a week.
Just trying to just for
Half a
efficiency's
day.
sake.
She probably makes enough to do what she wants to do.
So I'm going to
It
appoint the
doesn't work
Knox County
anymore.
Public Defender's Office to represent you. There will be a $50 administrative fee assessed due by the 13th of January, but if you cannot pay it by then, don't worry, they'll add it to your other court costs. And we're going to go out on these to
She's got
January
really
the 31st
old face,
in
but
misdemeanor court.
young hair.
Because obviously these aren't holding you. So as soon as you're able to get out on the child support matter, you'll be released.
Okay.
But so hopefully we'll set these out and you'll be able to
She works
to,
stripper hours, by the way, Creed. She
address
works
100%. Yeah.
half a day
Oh,
on
no.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing about somebody said that she's like a part-time
Yeah,
stripper or
so-
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
be
that's
sure and contact your attorney when you're
Them
out.
are
They'll
stripper
probably, if you're still in
hours.
custody, they'll probably come see you.
Okay.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'd hate to be the child. But thank God for whoever's taking
All
care
I
of
have
these
for you.
kids.
Thank you.
That's all I have for you too, Creed.
Well, I've been watching these guys come in and out of this little cell. I don't know who they're.
Is it a
talking to.
prayer thing? Are they praying?
I don't.
What
think
is this? Confessional?
We'll see if somebody else comes in. If not,
While we're waiting, go ahead and hit that like button.
yeah,
It's
would
it's free. Don't cost you a dime.
appreciate you guys being here with us. Don't forget we do this Monday through Friday at 1 o'clock East. And we got
Close that door.
Shot.
There you go. You got it. All right. What do you want?
Is Mr. Tuitt in 6 South Booth 1? That's not on our call right now.
Judge, I believe, I remember going to the 6th floor to speak with him. So I believe that's probably right.
All right, I'll add it.
Tiny. I think it's kind of odd. It's the only shot that they have, so I don't even know who's.
I feel like he's here to record a diss track.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty close.
Maybe.
These biscuits. Hey!
Him grown up. That's pretty damn. I mean, seriously, like
Stash on them.
Add a few years on there, and
maybe, just maybe.
He's been waiting in the booth, but
Oh, he disappeared.
Connected. They put him
Well,
back
to
up.
another
So
booth.
give me a second. Let me get him back.
the
in
door
the booth.
is
All right, thank you.
ajar.
Thank you.
We are connected now, so that's good.
Somebody is renting it is, and it's not in my name, and it's not in
And
anybody
Mr.
else's
Shapiro, is
name.
this your case or Mr. Abate's case?
I'm sorry, Judge. What position are we on?
Truitt is a murder. Okay.
Ooh. Murder was the case that they gave me.
I know we've been bouncing around. The list isn't working out
Did
quite the
Leather
way
Lash
I thought it was going to
buy
work
some
out.
membership? Is that?
I don't know. I'll look.
Is that what you peeps are talking about in the chat?
Everybody's excited. Sovereign citizen trial setting. Wild moments.
Oh yeah.
Murder
All
was the
right.
case that they gave him.
Mm-hmm. 10. Count them. 10 from our beautiful friend.
I believe that was 10 hallelujahs.
Leather and Lashes. Someone who came in recently has just really stepped up. We appreciate that. And I know everyone that got a free membership appreciates that. And we hope to see you for members only on Friday. Creed looking to do a members only tomorrow night for our
Yeah, you
people
want to?
over on We Got a Chase.
Yeah, to make up because we missed Monday. Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, so get ready for that. All right, I'm good with that.
So we'll be making that up tomorrow night.
All right. Let's go ahead and cut this here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're coming anytime soon. We don't hear the judge.
Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you back here 405 East, Mikey. Gonna be good. We got a chase today. Wild Woman Wednesday.
Oh, it's a doozy. These we got some people that are up on some great charges, as well as a very drunk lady who goes home and has to be taken from the home, even though she says she's been there. And any drinking she did, well, it happened while she was at home.
Exactly. What is a Wawa? They don't exist in my world. UCLA, don't even bother. Don't worry about it.
And we're even going to go to Florida. It's not even Florida Friday, but we got a carjack in Worman, and we're going to go check that out. All that today on Wild Woman Wednesday. We Got a Chase. Yep, that's what it is. Till then, please be good to yourselves and everyone around you. The blessings and bye-bye.
And thank you to Jim and Hey Mikey on the short train today, the express train. They call it.
Hey, Creed, that's just because it's short. Doesn't mean anything. These guys are just as smart as the other kids. Leather and Lashes. Thank you for the 10 gifts.
Thank you. I love that.